Many thanks for joining us this morning, our esteemed viewers. You are now onto the Entrepreneur Spotlight here at the Weekend Show. This morning, we are going to be discussing transformational leadership, building creative mindsets, inspiring change. Mindset isn't just about positive thinking or affirmations. It is a broader framework of how we approach challenges and opportunities. In leadership, mindset is the invisible force that determines whether you inspire, break through, or just maintain the status quo. And transformational leaders don't just change strategies, they change how people think, dream, or act. Join me to unpack all of this morning is Mr. Jonathan Issa. He is the Administrative Executive at Godney Leadership Center. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
All right. So diving into the conversation this morning, what is transformational leadership to you in your own perspective?
All right, thank you. Basically, transformational leadership, among other forms of leadership, is that form of leadership that places premium on people. So in the whole scheme of transformational leadership, you're actually prioritizing humans. So the whole entire process is not just about the structure, it's not about the results, it's about the people that drive the results. So you're not just focused on the outcomes, you're focused about the process that bets the outcome and the people that are actively involved in betting those outcomes. Yeah.
So in your own experience as the Administrative Executive at Godney Leadership Center, what change does continuing to upskill in leadership? We saw that in the past week, this week rather, on Tuesday, we did celebrate the International Youth Day, and there was emphasis on leadership, especially for young people. Yeah. So what do you think is the significance and the role it plays to keep upskilling your knowledge in leadership?
Okay, so we're dealing with an already very VUCA era, like we say, it's volatile, it's uncertain. So you're dealing with all of those uncertainties. And so the borders of knowledge are also changing permanently. What you know to be true yesterday may not hold up today. So it's bemoans on every leader, as a matter of fact, that you are invested in growing your leadership capital daily. Because on the African scale, we agree that there's a deficit, right? There's a deficit, as it were. So you need to fill that gap by learning, because let's come back to the issue of transformational leadership. It doesn't just hinge on just the fact that you want to lead. You must lead with the right mindset, the right set of values, the right vision, the right expertise, the right competencies. And these competencies are evolving. For instance, excellence, what held to be true last year in the realm of excellence may not ultimately hold now because things have moved and times have moved. So as a matter of fact, you must commit as a leader to that development on a consistent basis. And that's where leadership development comes to pass. You can be focused on the technical skill, let's say broadcasting, let's say journalism, let's say anything, but you may not sometimes focus critically on your own personal development as to be able to execute that technical skill. So the merger between the technical skill and the leadership capacity is what bets the beauty of any field and every aspect of life, if you ask me.
Yeah, you said something really important. You said the mindset that drives, and it is not just for corporate executives. It is something that everyone needs, no matter the space or sphere you find yourself. You could be a medical doctor, a broadcaster. Everyone actually needs to develop their leadership skills, because it's not just the skill that you have in doing your work.
Yes.
It also it's about your personal development. So for the leader, let's say for business owners, for entrepreneurs, how does leadership, like mindset, because I think you have a national conference coming up where you put the theme, like the mindset.
Transformed mind, inspiring results. Yeah.
And transforming mindset. So what is the connection between the mindset and performance?
Absolutely. There's the mind that powers the vision. And the quality of the mind will ultimately reflect in the quality of the vision. So a leader, right, is one who knows the way and shows the way. So there is a kind of knowledge you have to know to be able to show others that way. There's a kind of belief system you have to have. A blind person cannot lead other people, right? So you need to have a clear sense of where you're going, where you are headed, and then that helps you, as a matter of fact, focus in carrying people. So for, let's say, the business world and in terms of productivity, you realize that our mindsets shape our approaches, shape the kinds of principles we apply, down to our values, down to the competencies we apply, down to the quality of the solutions that come out of us, and ultimately that plays the way in the in outcome. So it's as though the mind shapes the approach shapes the outcome, basically.
Is the approach. You know, like that, your definition of leadership, that a leader is one who knows the way and shows the way. It's actually one of my favorite definitions of leadership by John Maxwell.
John Maxwell.
Yes, and then he said something in his book, Developing a Leader Within You, that one of the best investments you should have for tomorrow is influence.
Yes.
And it is better if you have a vision or a goal to invest in your influence, because any goal that is worth it would be at a better chance if you have other persons helping you or supporting you to achieve that goal. So let's talk about your upcoming conference.
Yes.
You've already spoken about the theme, which is
Transforming Minds
and
Inspiring Results.
So tell us more about this conference. What is the difference in this year's edition that we've not seen from the subsequent, the previous rather editions?
So I would want to describe it as having excellence, having results, having track record, and not just talk, but prove in a room. So the conference this year, the National Leadership Conference, is bringing together a vast pool of not just thinkers, but doers, experienced people within different phases. We have different speakers cutting across the political sphere, cutting across the likes of PLO Lumumba, President Obasanjo himself, Apostle Rokpo, Dr. Cory Bloch coming all the way from abroad, and of course Dr. Linus Okorie himself. So all that vast array of people who have this experience, who have birthed visions, held it 31 years, 50 years, 40 years. So it's as though the conference gives you the opportunity to partner with experience, right, to learn firsthand. And such conferences also give you that opportunity to network. As a business person, there is no better room to be. It exposes you to this vast pool of people where you can connect. Your destiny helper, like we call it in more Nigerian sense, is right there with you. You know, could be sitting with you in a conference casually, and who knows, the biggest, and like we've heard from subsequent editions, and the stories of change and testimonials we've heard, these networks really convert these contacts to contracts consistently for us here.
Okay, I like where you said that it is not just about theory, it is proof.
Yes, it's
because
practical.
You see that these experts that you are bringing from all around the world, including the past president, and a lot of persons that are coming to show people that, okay, these are principles that you can pass through, and then these are the results. So how do people register for this National Leadership Conference?
We've made it very, very, very easy for everyone. If you're watching us right now, you can just send a WhatsApp message to 0815-791-770. If I may call it again, 081-579-19770. A WhatsApp message. You come to us, we provide you the details. It's simple. We made the process very, very easy for everyone to, as a matter of fact, join. I look forward to seeing you there.
All right. Time is not our friend. And that is all we can actually take on this segment. It has been a pleasure having this conversation with you, Mr. Jonathan Issa. And to you, our dear listeners, viewers, you have heard that you have to upskill in your leadership development. It is something that you need in any sphere you find yourself in. And more is coming your way on the weekend show. Stay tuned.